Capricorn, hey, it's Jen with Lady Tarot 911. How's everybody doing? I am here to do your September read and give you a little bit of info about what's happening with the planets, the astrology that's going to be affecting things around you and within you. We have Mercury Retrograde that's happening tomorrow, and that'll last, I think, until October 2nd. And that'll be the 6th planet out of 8 that is in retrograde. And that means that there are going to be past lessons, people, things that you did not close up in the first go around. It's coming back around for you to close up and complete cycles and find closure in, pick up past blessings that you didn't receive before. And just about figuring out what you want and having those second chances at it. Anything that was, taken from you will return, that needed those patterns or cycles to be closed out. So that on top of the full moon, which will be happening on the 10th, I thought it was the 25th, but I think I got corrected that it's on the 10th. Something is going on the 25th. I just hadn't had a chance to look up what that was. I thought that was the new moon or the full moon originally, but maybe I don't know. There's so much going on in the month of September. I do know that we were sandwiched or stuck in between 3 North Node events, and North Node in your chart is your destiny. And so in August, we were kind of put back on our road to heading down the road to destiny. And then September is very much the month of those destinies playing out for us. So the North Node plus the moon activity, plus the retrogrades, all of this energy, plus Mars and taking a stand, and Venus that's going to be going, that I think is going into Virgo, and Virgo is all about communication. So even though we've got like Mercury retrograde, which is about maybe more challenging communication, we've got aspects that are like for some signs where communication, I know for Cancers, is going to be, much better in the month of September. They're not going to have any issues with that. So it just depends on where it's at in your chart. But that'll give you kind of a glimpse of what it's looking like for the month of September. Crazy energy as we head into fall and the winter months. But 6 out of 8 planets that are in retrograde is kind of crazy. That's a lot of energy. That to humans, when it's retrograde, it feels like it's backwards, and that's why people come back and events come back and things come back and your technology doesn't work and your communication doesn't work and you have a hard time understanding people and just not on the same page until they go direct. So, all right, so what do we have for Capricorn? Oh, that flipped right over. Nice. Thunderstorm. Speaking of Mercury retrograde, oh my gosh, these are so slick. They just want to slip right out of my hand. Okay. Thunderstorm. This is a number 5 card, so this is about maybe some challenges that you might be going through in the month of September. Thunderstorm, power, destruction, trouble, electric display, a warning, out of control, energy shift, definitely energy shift, conflict, triumph over evil, which is good, fierce, booming, conflict, opportunity to overcome. So month of destiny, September, is a lot about those energies. And I know that it feeds into October. So even if these are things that just get going in the month of September for you, at least they're going in the right direction. And that's what this thunderstorms. Oh, I guess you can't see the sun in my window. thunderstorm. So we're going to see what's happening for you. All right. I like the energy shift part of that card and triumph over evil. So maybe what I'm feeling is like that you, like epiphanies, things are going to come to light. Things are going to strike you that maybe you haven't realized before, or that you haven't really thought about, looked at, handled, dealt with. Triumph over evil. So new perceptions. You're probably going to get the hangman in this in this read. I only say that because who was it? Was it Leo or Libra who ended up with the hangman 3 times in the read? So repeating messages like that, you know that they're big. But seeing things from a new perspective. Oh, well, this isn't too far off. Ooh, but you got nice beginning cards. Clarity, Ace of Swords and the Sun. So clarity about happiness. Okay. Good start. Beautiful cards. Beautiful cards. So speaking of conflict, or not conflict, energy shift and the striking you, in here you can see the lightning. I believe that ties, I feel like that ties into your mental clarity that you're going to be receiving about your happiness. So this is about you finding what makes you happy, things coming to you, epiphanies, these moments that'll allow you to press on and get past challenges or blocks. I feel like you have been stuck, that you've had some questions and some doubts. Your overall energy is about Queen of Pentacles, and that it's very steady, stable energy. And so I think that you've been stuck dealing with maybe not feeling secure, not feeling like you know where you stand, where you reside with certain things and certain decisions. This could be regarding your job. And so for Capricorns, obviously stability and money is huge. Careers, finances, successes, the ambition for Capricorns is huge. This is overall, so we're talking, so you have the Hierophant card and the Eight of Pentacles with your Ace of Swords. So this is getting real, getting honest, truths coming out, understanding, getting clarity regarding family, traditional values, religion, where you stand in a solid space with your values and your morals, and with your career, with working towards something, working hard for something. Let's see. So let me see. So these are going to be, this is your overall energy, this Queen of Pentacles. She's just got it going on. She's solid. She's abundant. She has her crap together. She is, and look at her. She's so, I love her expression. She's just like, I'm not worried about anything. Nothing's gonna get to me. Not you, not them, nobody. Like, I got it handled. I got this. And I'm not worried. And to have that overall energy for the month of September is amazing. And maybe you haven't felt like that in the recent past, because if you have a clarity card and, you know, a happiness, this is overall happiness and achievement, ultimate happiness. You're trying to align those things that maybe you've been stuck in indecision, or stuck in, you know, things being clouded and hazy, which a lot of that comes out of August energy into September. You want to feel this way, and you're trying to figure out what that's going to mean, what that's going to take, if that means new job, if that means going back to school, if that means, this could very well be like, so should I, are you thinking to yourself, should I go back to school and get an advanced degree so that I can bring in more money? And how is that going to align work-life balance, or how is that going to play out, in a balanced way for me to find my happiness, but also work with my family life? And September is a lot. I know in the other reads, September is a lot about bringing us, back to balance. That is why retrogrades happen, is because the universe wants to rebalance what has been out of balance for a while. And so it's all about coming back to the core and to where we're at. This could also be relationships. I really got the sense of, though, like, family for you, family life and your work life, and creating that balance, especially since these two came out on both sides of mental clarity. But you are receiving that clarity that you're going to be able to have the opportunity to achieve for your happiness. So that's really good, Capricorn. That's really good. Okay, so let's look at what your challenges have been. Okay, a lot about the Pentacles. So I think this has a lot to do with work. Very much so. Sorry, my hair is just all over the place all the time. Ace of Pentacles. So a new beginning of stability, a solid new beginning has been what you are essentially moving towards. This solid new beginning is what's going to bring you that happiness and that stability. And this has been a block for you for a little while. Did I tell you that you'd be getting the Hanged Man? I could feel that this is kind of where you were at, that you've been stuck and needing to see things from a different perspective. In the month of September, at least in the beginning, or kind of where we're at, the beginning of September into the middle of September, you could still be in this position of maybe trying to figure it out and feeling it'll lessen, but you'll eventually come out of that. But in the very beginning or the middle of September, you're still going to be in that mode of trying to figure out what your next step is, like what view you should see things in, how you should look at things, and how you're going to achieve that solid new beginning in your relationships, in your family, with and relationships could be with family members, or it could be in pink is about, and you have pink in both of these cards. These cards are so beautiful. So this one, so when you read, how many times can I say so? I think that was 5. When you read tarot, you also read the numerology and also the colors, so that you're getting an overall view of the energy that's happening and how cards correlate. And in this card, you have all of the chakras. You have love and relationships, happiness. You have heart chakra. You have throat chakra. So this card is working in your life, working towards all of these areas in your life: career, finances, money, relationships, your overall happiness, being able to stand up for yourself, your heart chakra opening. And with the Hierophant card, that talks a lot about relationships and values and grounding. Capricorn's very much an earth sign, so that doesn't surprise me in any way. But this has been your block, is finding that solid new beginning. But I have hope for you. Let's see, and we're going to pull a potential outcome. I have hope because September has a lot of successes in it for everybody, and there's a lot of growth, and that's in everybody's corner, not just certain signs. Certain signs have it a little easier just because where they're the aspects of where the energy's at, but it's still positive moving forward, which is a good thing moving into October. So it looks like in the past, yeah, very much stuck in what opportunities have been available in relationships, whether you wanted to give to a relationship, how much of your energy and how much of your life you wanted to share. You got the Two of Swords and the Three of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So indecision, frozen, as I was calling it in some of the other signs, this can be paralyzation, analyzation, about not knowing if you should go this way or if you should go this way, if you should take the opportunities. You're just stuck right now. And this could be, so Queen of Cups is very much about emotions and love and using your voice, as you can see the blue, using your voice to share your emotions. And as you can see, she's just standing on the bank. She's not in the water. She just is frozen there for the most part and not knowing what to do. What I notice about her a lot in this card is, oh, there's Manala. There's Manala girl. She's usually in here. Hey, she's looking for little lights. So if something, yep, see, she looks at the ceiling. She's constantly looking for the little lights that come off of, she's neurotic about that. But the thing that I noticed about this card is it's almost like she's releasing, like she's just giving it up. She's just tired. She just really is hoping to receive the answers. But being in that paralyzation, analyzation, she just hasn't known what to do. She's been really looking for the answers of how to make these decisions and where she's going to go from there, how she's got all these emotions that are building up, but she's just standing at the edge of the water. Something that came to me when I was telling you about that is what I've learned recently is a lot about using your intuition. And we get caught up in that paralyzation, analyzation because of the fact that we use our mind, and our brain will tell us lies to keep us stuck where we've been safe. It doesn't mean where we are doing great things for our life. It doesn't mean where we will find growth. The brain doesn't care about that. The brain's job is to keep you safe. And so if you're stuck here in the past, here, right, and you're safe, then your brain's going to tell you all sorts of lies, like, don't get in that water. Nope, you'll drown. It's too cold. It's too windy. You might lose your board. That's a huge investment for a Capricorn. Like, they don't like to waste money. You don't share those feelings. She wants to, but she's held back by that Two of Swords. And using your intuition to guide you versus your brain, your intuition will never lead you astray. So you have to quiet your mind. You have to settle it down and just shift it off. I mean, our brain's good for certain things, in times of fight or flight, but not in just decisions that we need to make, that big decisions. And that's how we can get stuck, as our brain just says, nope, you stop. Just stop where you are. You're safe. Nothing's happening to you here. So you need to just stay right here. I don't care whether there's growth over there. That's different. And different means change and unknown. And that can harm you. So I don't blame our brain, but it's annoying. I'm not sure I understand. Oh, okay. Hold on. I think that's my Siri. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. Okay. So looking back in the past, Capricorn, it looks like you've been maybe stuck in this paralyzation, analyzation. Moving forward though, because that's what you want to do, right? Moving forward, it looks like in your subconscious and, okay, and at the head of the matter. I mean, we've talked a lot about that. So these things that are in our subconscious and kind of what we're really focusing on could be reasons why we get stuck. So emotions, walking away from emotions, walking away from people, not sure if you should go or if you should stay, if you should give or if you should hold back. This has a lot to do with, okay, so should I just walk away from it? We tend to walk away from things we don't want to deal with. That's one thing. And this very much tells me that at the moment that this paralyzation, analyzation is creating this like angel devil type of opposite subconscious at the head of the matter, walking away or becoming defensive, walking towards something better and potentially, protecting ourselves. She's in a little bubble. These are just challenges that we our brain fights with, what should we do? What should we do? Should we become defensive? Am I needing to just leave the situation? Do I need to escape it? Do I need to, pull back? She's very alone in both of these cards. So you've probably spent a lot of time alone by yourself, just really analyzing, going over and over and over. And so you got the King of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. And I think that you've been doing a lot of juggling, and that could be in relationships, that could be with people, that could be between career and family, that could be within yourself, which I think I'm starting to feel like, because you are alone and there's been so much of this in your head, this analyzation, paralyzation alone, this could be within yourself. This could be just, you're out of balance. You went a certain way and you maybe made some really rash decisions. King of Wands, he's smart, but he's fiery and he's very much about action. Speaking of, like, you can be dealing with a Taurus, a Cancer. Now, you could be dealing with people of those zodiac signs, but mostly just the energies. So Cancer is very emotional and emotions running high, water sign. Taurus is very grounded, like you, Capricorn. You pretty much have all the signs here. Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. There's been maybe some hasty decisions in the past, and that has caused you to end up juggling things in your life, and you don't want to be doing that. You want clarity. You want to make decisions. Capricorns don't like to feel all up in their head all the time. They're not like the Swords. They're not like Geminis, and they like to be grounded. That's where they feel safe. Now, speaking of getting out of your safety zone, maybe that's why you're stuck, is because you need to maybe lighten that a little bit and not worry so much about always bringing in the coin, always having to work your tail off, lightening that up. If you look at these two cards here, this is about enjoying life, freedom, and that would make sense with this card too, about balancing the emotion and the play with the work, the constant, putting in the time, the hard work that Capricorns do, maybe to give it up and play and laugh and become a child again. And that's through balancing ourselves with with what's important, you know, finding the passion again, walking away from this need to always be juggling and not enjoying anything in life, becoming grounded and stable and feeling secure, your security and steadiness balanced with the having fun and having passion and desire for something, and it not all being about work. This month, a lot of the signs got towers, and that's what's needed. And those towers are, a tower is can bring chaos, can bring things to the surface that we haven't wanted to look at. This is in your internal energy, and this is in your external energy. So Four of Pentacles is holding back. Either you've been holding back, or you have somebody around you who's been holding back and being very protective, holding things close to the vest. And for whatever reason, whether it be that there hasn't been an ability to make this decision, or you haven't felt good within yourself to bring these things to a balance, if you're receiving the tower, that means that things are happening around you to break down whatever instability has you stuck, so that it can rebuild you into a place that you finally are able to break free. That tower breaks everything apart. You're able to break free out of this hangman position that is your challenge, you know, and rebuild for a solid new beginning. It'll allow you to let go a little bit. And this is your external energy. So externally, if things feel stuck with other people around you, you might not have to take on that energy. You know, you might be able to, if they come forward, or you get, you know, the feeling that it's safer to be able to let go. I mean, she's holding pretty tight to that, you know, let go a little bit and be able to share a little more, be able to give yourself a little more to opportunities, to lightening up, to emotion, to things that flow. The other thing that I've learned quite a lot about is flowing and allowing and receiving. And when you're not resisting or trying to find the answers or having to control the outcome, you just say to yourself, whatever happens, it'll happen, and the universe will give me all the tools and resources and fill my needs. It might be the very last minute, but the universe will help me figure it out. That universe will help me, you know, or source or God, or, you know, I believe in it all. Whatever it is that you think guides you, the divine, you will get the answers, so that you can, through this tower moment, things might be coming to, you know, take care of past karma, which again, September and the retrogrades, that comes back to do that. But when it's broken down, though, it allows the structure and the foundation to grow steady, so that you don't have to continue feeling stuck, draining your energy and your time, and making you feel like you're not stable and solid when you're stuck in that, in the, I mean, because really, in the hangman position, in the hangman position, she looks like she's almost ready to fall out. It's time for you to get out of that. And it's time for you to feel better. And you do that by following your intuition. This can be, you know, this could be secrets that maybe need to be dealt with, or not necessarily secrets, but just things that you've held on to, or this is your hopes and your fears, which the High Priestess is a lot about keeping things quiet within us, not sharing our feelings or our emotions or our money or our time, being, I mean, that's not what the high priest, I'm just saying that those could be things that, you know, she's holding back. She doesn't talk. She just keeps everything up in the brain and within herself, not necessarily up in the brain, but like it's within her is what I'm trying to say. It's very much about intuition, not brain. So I correct myself. It's just, she's just inside. She's just within, she's withdrawn, she's introverted. And it's because she's listening. You can see her. She's listening. She's connecting with, you know, her higher self, her higher power, so that she has the answers, the correct answers, to be able to get herself unstuck and give her this Ace of Swords mental clarity. So you fear this, but you hope for it as well. We all hope and fear the same thing because it is change and it is something different. Follow your intuition, listen to what your gut is telling you, and you get that. Your intuition happens just like that. Just like that, just like that, just like that. It's not something that you sit for 2 hours and think and like mull over. That's not intuition. Intuition is that little, do it, go there, turn here, stop. I wouldn't do that, you know, like it's just it's very quick. It's very quick. Choose that one, you know? So you have to quiet down. You have to quiet your brain down. And your outcome, your potential outcome, if you do this, if you follow your intuition, you start making these decisions, you start coming back to balance yourself and things in your life that may be out of balance, you bring yourself back to core, you have the potential for, you know, some very beautiful energy. Now I want to clarify so that we can go, you know, deeper than just the surface energy of 10 of Cups, but your overall energy is Queen of Pentacles. So when we're balanced, we don't have worries. We don't have that stress. We don't have, I mean, there's going to be challenges in life, but it's nothing that she can't handle because she's learned to use her intuition and follow that versus her brain. And when you do that, you open yourself up more to emotions and you're less defensive. This brings you a great deal of happiness and you're able to get yourself out of that hangman state, that stuck state, and rebuild a foundation that's stronger. But things are off balance. Things are off balance right now, but you do have the potential for this 10 of Cups. And I think it has a lot to do with, you know, from the cards that you just got, healing and finding what it has been within you that's kept you in that stuck position. And I very much believe, oops, sorry, these are supposed to be like this. Very much believe, I feel like she has said her piece. The Queen of Swords is about truth. Like that's what she wants. You're going to be getting the truth. You're going to be able to heal with these truths. You're going to find what makes you happy. You're going to speak about it. You're going to tell people what you want. You're going to be able to just allow that to flow. As you can see in this card, allowing what you want, what you feel, what you think that's going to help you heal and rest on this and get out of that analyzation mode of that constant. It's going to bring you a lot of happiness and joy and understanding, knowledge of how to do that next time. But Capricorn, it looks like it's not going to be it's not going to just fall in your lap in September, but there's going to be great lessons learned. There's going to be things that you understand differently and you see differently. And that's always a good thing. That always takes us further in life, and that always makes life easier on the next step that we have to take. So Capricorn, I thank you for being here. And if you wouldn't mind liking my videos and subscribing if you like the video, hang in there and we'll get through this energy. Things are going to start settling down more towards the end of the month of September and easing up a little bit. You'll be able to breathe a little easier. So anyways, thank you Capricorn for being here, and we will see you soon. Bye.